Hello, it is Thursday, January 23rd, 2025. I'm Chris Primo, and welcome back to the New York Times Crossword Daily Solve. It's a Thursday crossword today, which means we're going to be solving a puzzle with some kind of intricate or involved theme, and we can see some circled cells, a sure sign of such a mechanic in the puzzle, a theme, and it's also it features an interesting pair of constructors. It's Leighton Last and the JASA Crossword class. This is what's become an annual tradition. This is the JASA is the Jewish Association Serving the Aging in New York City. It's an adult sort of I guess they offer all sorts of resources, but one of them is a series of Sunday courses, and one of those is a crossword construction class that is taught by people who have constructed numerous New York Times crosswords in the past. And then for 20 years now, I think they've been submitting their resultant crosswords that they've made to the New York Times. And so we've solved a few of these on the channel before. Anyway, it's a great thing. And today's very special edition of the Daily Solve has been brought to us by Alex, Kathleen Quinn, and, as always, the indomitable Showmaster, the indefinable Charlie Paget, and everybody else who's contributed to the Daily Solve Patreon campaign. So thank you so much to them, those four, and to everybody else who's a patron of the channel. They really do keep this channel going day in, day out, and for that, I'm very grateful. Thanks to them, thanks to everybody who supports via those means. And if you'd like to do so, you can head to patreon.com/dailysolve or click the description field link, where you'll find the bonus videos available to patrons. And for benefactors like those I've just mentioned, the Let's Check the Crosses official mug is also available. And what else? It's a big help as well if you subscribe on YouTube, so thanks if you've done that. And there's also the Daily Solve Discord chat server you can join. Nice friendly chat community linked in the description field. All right, let's get on to today's crossword. This collaboratively constructed crossword by Leighton Last and the JASA crossword class. So Leighton Last himself has constructed a few dozen puzzles for the New York Times. The JASA crossword class, now in its various incarnations over the years, I think has constructed around 20. I think this might be the 20th, in fact. And it was edited, as always, by Will Shorts. Very curious to find out what this puzzle's all about. Let's start solving. Tavern regular. Tavern regular. A local? Someone who shows up to the pub often? I'm not sure. It's obviously not long enough. Singers who co-starred in the 1978 film Sgt. Pepper's Lonely Hearts Club Band. Is it the Singer Sisters? Is it a pun, or what is this? I don't think that's the answer. I don't even know. I don't know that I've actually seen the Sgt. Pepper's film, so I don't know the answer. Bit of haunted house decor, cobweb maybe, that would fit in 5 letters. That's something. Let's try it. See if it works. Kapow, bam, maybe. Perfume ecclesiastically, to sense. So, in Catholicism, you've got the censer that swings and perfumes the service. Anyway, unrefined metal sources are ores. Yeah, there we go, metal ore. Sunset in the west, question mark. I don't know, some kind of pun. I'm not sure what it's about. Beethoven work originally dedicated to Napoleon, right? His Eroica symphony, heroic symphony he dedicated to Napoleon. And then as he became disillusioned with Napoleon, he famously angrily crossed out the dedication. Okay, hiring. I think I've seen one of the original manuscripts of the Eroica at, there's a museum in Vienna where it's a house in which Beethoven stayed, and they have a number of really amazing and impressive artifacts from his life. Hiring practice at a family business, say. Nepotism? Hiring practice at a family business. Yeah, it does look like nepotism. So we might be putting more than one letter into this circled cell. That's the kind of thing that does often happen on Thursday. We could put pot in there and then ism in here. So that might be the answer. So you might be wondering how and why I've just done this. I can't believe you've done this, you might be thinking. This is a rebus. So you can see this rebus function here. You can enable it and then type as many letters as you like, which I will not do here. I will just enter those three. Oh, no. And sorry about that. Anyway, so that's the rebus function. You can access it on any version of the New York Times app, a New York Times crossword app. And you might be wondering, how do you know you're meant to put it in? Well, you just need to infer it the way that I did a moment ago when I saw this clue, hiring practice at a family business, say, and you could imagine maybe that's a few different things, but starting with NE and ending with M, it's very difficult to imagine it's anything other than nepotism. So it makes me think that's what we're doing here. But we don't yet know. I mean, this looks a little strange. Let's see. Oh no, this actually works. Modern sensing gaming device. So this is the controller for the Nintendo Wii video game console, which is, I think, officially called the Wii Remote, but is commonly turned into the portmanteau Wiimote. So let's try that. To suppose something is sort of to assume it, to figure it must be true. Sunset in the west. Oh, this doesn't look right. But these things work. These are right. What about this one? Popeye's creator. Oh, EC. Yeah, it is EC someone, which is the kind of thing I wouldn't have remembered cold, but seeing it in the grid, I can remember that. I don't know. Maybe Seeger or Sewell or something. I don't know. But this does look right to me in general. Pilot's Chronicles. The pilot's log, probably. Captain's log. Oh, maybe it is Seeger. Let's try that. B, Dazzler, question mark. What would dazzle a bee? An aster? Vulpine. Oh. Huh. Sly? E in a musical mnemonic. Oh, there are a few different formulations of this, but I think the one that I usually remember is every bad girl deserves an egg, which is, well, I think there are various different mnemonics and used for different versions of kind of musical reminders. But this one that I'm thinking of refers to the tuning of the strings on a guitar. So I think that's probably what we're basically looking for here. Although there might be there might be other mnemonics that start with every that could fit. Okay, Vulpine. Yeah, I mean, it probably is Sly. Okay. What is Vulpine? Is that fox? That's fox-like, isn't it? That seems right. B, Dazzler. I don't know what that's about. Sorry. Sunset Boulevard. In the West, I think it just means the West Coast of the United States. So in this case, Los Angeles. So I think we just ignore the circled cell and put in Sunset Boulevard. I think that's probably right. Beetle, like beetle nut, does that have a... That's kind of used as a very kind of light recreational drug by humans. Does that have an effect on bees? Canadian province where Anne of Green Gables is set. Oh, Prince Edward Island. Okay, PEI. So, a petal, like a flower petal, because it has pollen, I guess, and it dazzles the bee. So this must be E.C. Seeger with an A. That's fine. Okay. I think that's probably right. Let's keep going. And didn't even pick up on the fact that B Dazzler is meant as a pun on bedazzler. I don't know why that didn't occur to me, but there we have it. Land whose name meant between two rivers. Mesopotamia, probably. Tigris and Euphrates. Oh, yeah, no, it is, because it's pot again. Oh, okay. Well, can I just go ahead and put that in everywhere? I mean, usually if something happens in a theme, if there are 4 instances of a theme location, and the same thing happens in 2 of them, probably the same thing will happen in the remaining 2. We don't know that, but it's likely. I'm going to put it in there. We'll see. We'll see if if I'm hoisted by that particular petard. Okay, way, and actually, I was going to think this would help me out, but I realized it won't, because I think in the Downs we actually ignore these entirely. So way would just be an ordinary 6-letter word. So we'll come back to that. Blank chips, snack from Hawaii. Taro chips, maybe? That's a root used in Hawaiian cooking. Let's see. Hurdle for a root plant, anyway. Hurdle for a future PhD. GRE, that's the admissions test for graduate school, I think. Where people amass for mass. So it's where would they amass for mass? Obviously not church, or what? What would it be? Something church related. Let's look at this. Bit of biographical data. Your age and years of decline. Oh, your dotage when you're getting on in years. And then way is, avenue. That could be the case. Oh, wait a second. Oh, that's relevant to this. Here we had boulevard. Here we had avenue. So these are kind of street names or terms to refer to streets. And we're leaving, potholes. There we go. That's what it is. We're leaving out these little potholes, the word pot literally in these circle cells meant to represent presumably holes. Okay, very good. So what's this then? Either of 2 diverging in a Robert Frost poem. A road, of course. Okay, well, there we go. 2 roads diverged, and he took the one less traveled by, of course. So word with clothes or cleaner. Not line. Street clothes or street cleaner. There we go. Great. Okay, well, that was helpful. So we've sped forward a little bit thanks to the theme. Thanks, theme. So where do people amass for mass? Oh, the nave of the church. Okay, there we go. It's certainly no apse when it comes to official church architecture of the New York Times, but we've seen it before. Horse racing measurements are, furlongs. Yep, there we go. That's the kind of thing you hear people talk about in horse racing, to the extent that you do hear anyone talk about horse racing. Football powerhouse in the SEC. I assume this is not the Securities and Exchange Commission of the United States federal government, but rather something to do with sports regulation or sports governance, I suppose, probably. But I don't know the answer. Tavern regular. Earful? That doesn't make any sense. Remove from some bugs from. So not software, but in this case, actual little bugs, to delouse something. Classic line from the Dick and Jane series. This, I don't know that I ever actually really encountered these except in reference to them as a kind of cliche of child age books. No, maybe I did. At least I saw this one, See Spot Run. That one I remember. I don't know if I read any others involving Dick and Jane, but there we go. See spot, see spot, runs, run, spot, run. It's that sort of thing. Okay, so this must be university level sport because we've got something university presumably here. I don't know the answer. Eastern currency. The yen, probably, the Japanese currency, it looks like. Tavern regular. Oh, a barfly, someone who always shows up at the bar. Okay, so this must be LSU. I assume that's Louisiana State University. Okay, 2, if something happens to, it happens also. Like many shots in soccer, they're on goal. They might not be actual goals, but they could be on goal, even if they don't ultimately go in. Singers who co-starred in the 1978... the Bee Gees. Okay, they must have been in that. I should watch this film, I guess. One might be worthy or formidable. A worthy foe or a formidable foe. And then to do something all over again is to do it de novo. There we go. Lounges, e.g. sofas. Is that right? Avec plaisir means with pleasure in French. And something adequate, that's fine, it's so-so. To fall apart mentally is to come to bits, maybe? Yeah, come to bits fits. Fortunately, not happening to us today in this puzzle. Speed reading ability for short. Oh, no, not speed reading. Sorry, completely misread that. Special reading ability for short is ESP, extrasensory perception, which I think, despite some claims of a recent very popular podcast, probably still not real. Gets Up is Rises. Advocacy organization that gained prominence in 1980s New York City is what? Something TTP. Am I going to recognize this? Not sure. Let's look at this one. Laura of... Oh, no. Okay. No wonder I'm not getting it. This is wrong. Because Laura of Jurassic Park is Laura Dern, longtime collaborator of the late, truly great film director David Lynch, who sadly just passed away the other day. Spent a while with my friend Jake making a podcast called Twin Peaks Rewatch that covers every episode of David Lynch's wonderful TV show Twin Peaks. So if you're ever interested in hearing two people discuss Twin Peaks, that podcast exists, Twin Peaks Rewatch. Beyond Cool is radical. Geologic formation from glacial melting. An ice something, ice, is it a berg? Iceberg, probably? But that's not geological formation. I don't know, we'll come back to it. That's obviously ice something. Advocacy organization that gained prominence in 1980s New York City. ACT UP, there we go. I do recognize that. So fall apart mentally is, so what is this? Sorry, it's come undone. There we go, okay. I was on the right track before, but the wrong specific example of the phrase, of the concept. Snow Falling on Blank, 1994 mystery novel set in Washington State. Okay, I've never read this, but I've at least heard of snow falling on cedars. So there we go. Okay. Geologic formation from glacial melting. Ice caps, but that's plural, and this is singular. Sichuan bean curd dish. Mapo tofu. There we go. That's what it is. Great. Okay. Good. So blank school, medical school, maybe? Could be as simple as that. When in the course of human events, start of the Declaration of Independence of the United States. All right, there we go. An ice cave, that's what we're looking for. And then to hate something is to detest it. Early PM times in brief are aft, so afternoons, early times in the PM. Okay, and then arrangement for an heir, perhaps. I guess someone might set up a trust for an heir to inherit. Okay, or I guess through which they inherit assets, I guess is sort of what that means. Structure with smoke flaps. Don't know. What about this? You rang? Yes, you might ask someone. Eastern currency is, okay. Well, so we had Eastern currency is the yen, and then here we have Eastern currency, the yuan. There we go. And Chinese currency. All right. And make it snappy, ASAP, as soon as possible. Group with a lot of intelligence is the NSA, presumably the National Security Agency. The only reason I slightly hesitate is because it could be the NSC, National Security Council, but that's not really an intelligence group in the same way, so probably not. Hall & Oates, that wouldn't fit with this. Hall & Oates hit with the opening lyric, she'll only come out at night. Oh, I really don't know Hall & Oates very well at all, but I actually think I do at least recognize the name of this song, and I'd be curious to know if I'd recognize it if I heard it. I don't know if I would, but maybe I would. Anyway, I think the song is Man Eater. And then a structure with smoke flaps. Oh, a teepee. Okay, I see. Right, so sort of smoke flaps if you've got a fire in there. And then literary husband of Zena Frome, Ethan Frome. There we go. Bank assessment is... I don't actually know. Obstacles. Oh, here's our theme revealer. Obstacles for a driver, or what this puzzle's circled squares represent. Well, we figured that out. They represent potholes. And then, of course, those are obstacles for motorists, for drivers. You're kidding yourself. Not sure. Common download, a PDF. We often download documents in PDF format. Portable document. I guess it stands for portable document format. Metal para una medalla olímpica. Oro for gold. Or oro, sorry, I should say oro for gold. And then in the interim is for now. There we go. Oh, and sorry, this obviously means metal used for an Olympic medal. There we go. Okay, steamed dumpling in Tibetan cuisine. Oh, is it momo? I've had these before. I mean, I've had these a number of times. They're delicious, as are most dumplings, to be honest. There's a great map of the spread of dumplings throughout Eurasia, and it essentially maps, it basically maps exactly to places where the Mongol Empire invaded. So, through China and Russia and the Caucasus, and it's sort of all over the place. It's absolutely fascinating. Okay, you're kidding yourself. Dream on. I think we don't talk enough about the just amazing, sort of amazingly significant cultural impact of the Mongol Empire. Anyway, discharge of water, e.g. Something flow. Bank assessment. Oh, I see. An assessment not in the sense of sort of determining something, but rather in the sense of levying a fee or a tax. So you're assessed an ATM fee when using it sometimes. Discharge of water, e.g. is it outflow, probably? Painter Bob, who said, "We don't make mistakes, we have happy accidents." Oh, that's, of course, the great Bob Ross. Okay, filter is to screen something. There we go. Heavens are skies. And then word repeated in a children's game. Oh, duck as in duck, duck, goose. Prefix with color and county. Tricolor, as in like a tricolor flag, for instance, of, say, France or Italy. Or county, like tri-county, for instance, the greater New York City metropolitan area. And then, oh no, I guess that's the tri-state area, tri-county. But anyway, there are tri-counties as well. There we go. That was the Thursday crossword. And a very nice theme from our crossword class. We have a quartet of potholes that and it's very nice the way that they function with the downs, because we sort of skipped them over, and that felt, until we had enough context to understand the theme, it felt sort of arbitrary. But I think they're holes. It makes sense that we skip over them. So there we have it. And maybe you could also think of this as the acrosses are cars and the downs are I don't know, bicycles, and it's easy to just sort of skip around the pothole on a bicycle. Less easy in some cases in a car. But anyway, we had see, spot, run, nepotism, Mesopotamia, Mapo, tofu, and those were the four. And then running around them, we had our actual roads: road, boulevard, avenue, and street. And of course, I guess actually my explanation was unnecessary. It makes sense that we're skipping these in the downs because they're the holes in the street itself. So we're sort of taking these cells out of the names of these roads, streets, avenues, boulevards. So there we go. That makes sense. And that was that. That was the crossword. Hope you enjoyed it this Thursday. I think relatively approachable Thursday, as Thursdays go. Let me know how you felt about that one. And I'll be back tomorrow for maybe a bit of a trickier, punnier crossword on Friday with no theme. First of two themeless puzzles for the week. So join me for that. But until then, please do have an excellent remainder of your Thursday. Take care.